Right, in this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation, a supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time tuned to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? Happy New Year. This is the first show of the new year. So welcome, everybody. My name is Miss Nikkie. I am your host of Coffee with Nikkie, your daily cup of information and inspiration. I am also known as the Dean of Bubble Babes University. And I am so excited to see you all here. I see that cousin is the first one in the building. She is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building, and she is first in the building. Cousin, good morning, everybody. I hope you had an amazing New Year. What I did for New Year's was I went to my mom's house. We went to Hackettstown, the home of M&M's, and we went to go see. They had a whole like activity out in the street, like whole festival kind of thing. Well, not a festival exactly. They had a few food trucks, and they had an M&M ball that dropped down, and they had the businesses were open on the street, which I thought was a really dope idea for, local businesses, because not everybody want to go into New York. Let me tell you something. I'm a New Yorker, and I am not going to see the ball drop. There are a few things that I'm not going to do ever again is go and see the Rockefeller tree in the heart of when it opens, and never going to do that again. Or I'm not going to do it at nighttime when everybody is out there trying to see the tree, because you can't move out there. So I'll never do that again. As a New Yorker, we never done that, right? And so I've seen the tree because I went ice skating with a school trip, right? But that's something that we don't do. So watching the ball drop is another one I will not do. I will never do that because it's too crowded, it's too clustered. You can't get around, you can't move. So I wouldn't do that. I don't know, some of y'all may want to, have dreams to see the ball drop, but I thought it was good. Like, different little towns do stuff like this and have their own ball drop and have, a festival and stuff going on like that. People don't have to go too far to go and enjoy themselves for the new year. So I thought that was dope. So that's what we did for New Year's, and my mom cooked a whole big meal like if it was Thanksgiving. And so we ate very well and we had a good old time. So what did you guys do for New Year's? Put it in the chat and let me check and see who's in the building while I am waiting. Good morning, Betty Rose. Betty Rose says, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. Ringing the new year with the flu. Oh no. First day outside since last year, pushing through, but blessed. All right. Hey, Miss Latrice. Hey, Laura. Laura's in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Cousin said, happy New Year. Oh, no, feel better, Betty Rose. I'm working on it. I had to come to work today, but thank God I'm feeling much stronger today. That's really good. Really, really good. Make sure you guys are, I don't even want to say make sure that you are filling up on your vitamins so much, but eat vitamin rich foods as well. So you know what I mean? Sometimes the vitamins don't have enough of what we need. And so eat vitamin rich foods and see which vitamins you need to mix together so that you can activate them, because there's certain things that need to be activated. I know iron needs to be activated. I think with vitamin C. Don't take my word for it. I just, these are things I get from my mother because I have low blood. I have anemia. Vitamin K, I forgot what you need for vitamin K, but vitamin K just doesn't work. I'm gonna come back with some real information and I'll give it to y'all. But some vitamins need to be, they need to be activated with another vitamin. So let's see, just like turmeric needs to be activated with pepper, right? So in order for you to get the benefits, you got to be able to do certain things. So, or is it? Don't take my word for it today. Let me get my information together. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa's in the building. She said, "Good morning, everyone." It says, "Happy, I'm blessed." Good morning, everyone. She said, "Good morning." Okay, no, Happy New Year. I think that's what she's saying. Got you, Melissa. Got you. Good morning, sis. Sis is in the building. Black Candy Makers Club. BCMC is in the building. Good morning, Tracy. Tracy's in the building. She said, "Good morning, ladies, and Happy New Year." Good morning, Francine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing this amazing morning? Happy New Year's to you as well. Betty Rose, I hope you get well soon. Big Meech, how you doing? How's Jordan doing? Happy New Year to you. Let's see. It is better. Go very early in the morning before the sun comes up. It's better if you go very early in the morning before the sun comes up. That's what we have done. And we don't have to deal with the people. I'm telling you, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, like before anybody even is out on the street, you have parking. You don't have to pay $95 for parking, although we didn't pay $95 for parking. I'm exaggerating. But, parking is expensive when you get down there, super expensive. And just like on a regular daily basis. So imagine going down there just so that you can do things for the holidays. Crazy. Manhattan makes so much money. Manhattan is seriously the real thing. Because clearly they make so much money. I was in church, had to sing New Year's Eve. Oh, okay, cousin. I stayed home and did chores. We counted down. My mom called my mom, and that was it. Got you. Watched the ball drop on TV, went to bed right after. Got you. We stayed home and watched church services online. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So today, you guys, I got my notes. And there's a few things that I added to my notes that I didn't have when I originally wrote it. Now, I started writing my notes about the 12-week year. How many of you guys have heard of the book, The 12-Week Year? How many of you guys have read it? How many of you guys have heard it and thinking about getting it? Let me know in the chat. I had seen this on, I forgot whose page I seen it on. And I was like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to read that book." And then I just let I just let it go. And then I seen one of my influencer friends, and she was like, "Oh, I'm reading this book. It's so good. Da, 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 da." And that was the second, that was the second awareness. Awareness? That was the second sign. That to get this book. And I was like, okay. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. Forgot to totally add it to my cart. So then our Jasmine posted it on her stories. And I was like, that's the third sign, right? So I was like, I gotta get this book. And put it in my cart right now so I could start reading it. So I am not reading it because I'm listening to it. I did decide to, I'm a sidebar. I did decide that I'm going to do physical books. So all the books that I do have in Audible, I am going to get those as well and get them in hardcovers or whatever as well, physical books, so that I can have a library, because wealthy people have libraries. So that is the goal for this year. That is one of my goals for this year. But so I started listening to the 12-week year, and it is so good. I think absolutely everybody needs to read this. And so that's where I started talking about it, because he says something, the narrator says something, and I was like, "Oh, that's a word." And so I said, "You know what? We're going to focus on that today." But I did find something else, and I was like, "Oh, I was in between my garden and I'm in between the 12-week year. So I'm going to do both, but not today. I'm going to do the garden. Maybe I'll pick up the garden tomorrow. But today we're going to focus on the 12-week year. But I am going to touch on the fact about, touch on the point about the garden, because we are gearing up for the roadmap party, and I am beyond excited. I think what I'm adding to what's going on with the roadmap party is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I think it's going to be life changing. I think that it is going to be, for everybody who's doing this for the first time, because we're all doing it for the first time. I think we need to get prepared for the amazing things that are about to happen in our lives, because it's just, to me, I think everything is just coming together. And so I had to extend the date. I had to reschedule the date because I wanted to have a party pack for you guys. And this party pack is on brand, on like it's not just a bunch of things that I stuck together. Like everything is on brand. Everything is to help you for a prosperous new year, right? And so I was like, I could either do it and then not do the party pack, or I could reschedule and do the party pack, and everybody has what they need in order to be successful, and just go with the theme. It's very festive and everything. So I said I will reschedule. So I sent out questionnaires to everybody. So if you have not yet received your questionnaire, if you have registered for the roadmap party and you have not received an email about the rescheduling, please check your email because it may have went to your spam folder. I did send out emails to reschedule, and so I want you guys to go on and check that. I've also sent out the workbook. I spent so much time on this workbook, perfecting it and making sure that it was something that everybody could use, and not only just to make sure there's something that you could use, but something that is going to prepare you to get you ready to start putting your goals and plans and just start thinking about things for your roadmap to success. And so I hope that you guys have downloaded the workbook as well. I am going to add to the workbook, not for the roadmap party, but I'm going to add for it because I'm going to bottle this thing up, and I'm going to do it separately. I'm gonna sell that separately for the people who missed the vision board party, because the roadmap party, because if you have not signed up for the roadmap party, if you did not register, you cannot get in. It is booked to capacity. We are not allowing any more people in the room. And so if you missed it, I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to prepare for your success. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you missed out on the party, but you won't be missing out on what you need to do in order to, plan out your year, however you want it, right? For success. So with that being said, y'all, make sure that you guys go download your workbooks, and is prep work before you even get to the vision board party. So make sure you download your workbook, and also make sure that you fill out the questionnaire, because I need perspective on which day we should change it to. I'm leaning more towards the got to get my phone. I'm leaning more towards the 20th. I'm leaning more towards the 20th. And the 21st. And the reason why I'm leaning towards the 21st is because I want to make sure that everybody has time to get their stuff, do their things, and da 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 da. So let me know if those days work for you. And let me see. Heard about it from Jazz. I'm gonna get it. Physical books are the best. The 12-week year. Yes. All right. So the 12-week year is by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. So if you're interested in getting that book, The 12-Week Year by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. So let me see what else. Okay. All right. So the reason why I said I was in between doing the planting the seed and the 12-week year is because I was listening to, I don't know if you guys follow, I'm just going to say an influencer. Okay. So I was listening to an influencer, and so she was saying, she's into other stuff, but she was saying that, we really should be, the reason why things don't really work out the first of the year, because it's really not when you should be planning out your year at the first of the year. And so that got me to thinking about gardening, right? Because I'm not going to take a seed and plant it in the dead of winter. I'm not going to take a seed and plant it when the ground is frozen, when there's not enough sunlight, there's not enough nutrients, and everything is retreating. Why would I plant a seed in the soil when everything is retreating? And so I said, you know what? That's the same thing like how we should be planning, right? But and that she was talking about that planning and getting ready and when you should start doing it. And I said, you know what, it would be a really good idea. And let me know what you guys think. It would be a really good idea if we started doing and I think I'm gonna continue to call it, not I think I am gonna continue to call it the roadmap to success. Our roadmap parties at the beginning of fall, because in the beginning of fall is where everything is starting to everything is starting to rest. Everything is starting to get ready for the spring. You know what I'm saying? So we're preparing to get ready for the spring. And so when the spring comes, that's when everything comes alive. But we're not planting the seed, we're nurturing the soil, right? We're nurturing the soil, we're getting prepared, we're clearing things out, you know what I'm saying? We're getting ready for the new. And so that is what I'm thinking would be a great idea to start, instead of doing the roadmap to success party in January, to do the roadmap to success party in fall. So let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking. And you know me, I love a good garden analogy. And another thing that I wanted to share is that, remember I said you don't plant your seeds in the dead of winter, right? But my friend sent me a message yesterday. My friend sent me a message yesterday, and she said, okay, it's time to start planting your peppers. And I was like, already? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cold outside. It's winter. She was like, it's time to start planting your peppers. Now the peppers can't be planted outside because of the conditions, right? It's not the right conditions outside to be planting your pepper plants, right? So you have to start your pepper plants inside, giving them a lot of care, a lot of, you got to have a lot of attention, and the lighting has to be right, and you got to make sure that you're feeding the soil and all that stuff. You're nurturing it very, from the inside. Then you're going to send it out. You're not going to send it out first, right? You're going to nurture it on the inside. You love on it, help it to grow abundant, and then you're going to take it outside when the conditions are all right. You're going to send it outside so that it can further grow into what it is meant to be. And it is meant to be, it's meant to grow peppers, right? And so I said that would be perfect for us when we are getting ready for the vision board, right? The roadmap party, right? Because we can, in the beginning of fall, start getting our, doing everything that we're doing now. We're going to do like planning and our goals and getting that together. And then we start planting the seed on the inside. So we start harboring the idea and like letting it grow and just come up, manifesting a bunch of things. And then when it is time for it to actually, the conditions are right for it to actually take off, then boom, then everything can flourish because you properly planned for that thing to happen. Does anybody agree with me in the chat? Put some ones in the chat if y'all agree. If you don't agree, you can say two. Yeah, everybody don't have to agree with me, so I'm good with that. So good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. I see she's in the building. Let me know if that resonates with you. Let me know if you feel what I'm feeling. So she was like, I know you're gonna want me to start your peppers because I always do. I'm like, yep. Because she gardens all year round, but she makes sure that she creates an environment for her all year round gardening, right? So I'm not gonna say, but because I don't know who's listening, and I don't want anybody, whatever, but not y'all, but you know what I'm saying. I'm a conspiracy theorist. So so she gardens all year round. So whenever she says it's time to start, I'm like, okay, it's time for me to start. And she has an abundant garden every single year. Everything well, no, I can't say everything pops, but sometimes she has problems, and that's such as nature, right? Because then animals get into her garden. Some things didn't grow in certain places, but she starts early enough so that she could move things and make sure that she puts them in the right places, which is great, right? You have enough time, which leads me into my next point, which is the 12-week year, right? So with the 12-week year, we get to see, instead of us breaking up everything into the quarters, like how we have the business quarters, we can do it every 12 weeks, right? And so every 12 weeks, we can do it as quarters, right? And we can see what's working quickly. We can see what's not working quickly. We can see where we need to make changes. We can see where we need to go harder. We can see where we need to pull back. We can see what we need to add. We can see all these things before the end of the year. A lot of the times we're just waiting until the end of the year to start going hard in the paint, to start pumping out these ads the way we should be pumping them out all year, to start talking about our business the same way we should be talking about our business all year, the same way that we should be taking care and nurturing our business and ourselves and our lives, the way we can be doing that all year long, as opposed to just waiting until the end or waiting to the first of the year to say, okay, I got some resolutions, okay, I want to start some new things that I want to implement into my life. And then it's like, okay, well, what were you doing the whole year? The whole year you were BSing the whole time, not feeling like doing something, procrastinating, making excuses, being busy. We were doing all these other things for the whole entire year, wasting the year. So if we condense it into like a 12-week year, if we condense it into a 12-week year, then we can start seeing the importance of getting things done quicker. We can start seeing our goals getting marked off quicker, checked off quicker. We can start getting more accomplished because we are giving it a shorter amount of time to get the thing done. And we know if we need to pivot, we could pivot. And so this is why I think this book is such a great idea. I'm even thinking about adding that as part of something that we do. You know what I'm saying? Like we plan out the 12-week year, and we take one day where we plan out all of the stuff, and then we plan out and fill out our calendars for the whole 12 weeks, and then we do some check-ins, and then we'll at the end check in, kind of like the Just group, but it's going to be more involved because it's not a long period of time. So this is what I'm thinking. This is the ideas that I'm having. I'm working it out in my head, as well as moving the community, because I want some more engagement in the community. I don't know if I want to move the community, but I want to use a platform that is going to be more useful to everybody in the room. So with that being said, y'all, let's see what you guys are saying. All right, so we think it's good. Okay. This live reminded me to open the letter I wrote to myself last year. And I have my letter as well. I got to open my letter too. And I know that in my letter, because I did not work as hard as I needed to, I did work hard, but I didn't work as hard as I could have. I didn't go as hard in the paint as I could have and should have. And there's some things that I know that have been pushed to the back burner. And using this method, the 12-week year, I think it's going to be something that is going to be a game changer for each and every one of us within the sound of my voice. Why? Because we will be held to everything being done quicker and not waiting to the end of the year to see. Because if you wait to the end of the year to see if all of these tactics are working, and everybody with their Black Friday plans and strategies and sessions and things that they do, because everybody has a Black Friday class and all of that other stuff. If you wait till then to start seeing if all of these things work, you will never really know if these things will work. You just, some things may work, some things may not, but you got to figure out all of those things within those couple of months, as opposed to doing it throughout the entire year. Right. And so we're going to see what works for us, and we're going to, figure out how we can plan accordingly, and what we need to omit and what we need to focus on. Because this year we need to be focusing on money generating activities. There's a lot of things that we're doing that are time sucks, that do not produce it doesn't produce any results. It doesn't produce any income. It doesn't produce anything. It's the only thing that is serving is a place for you to procrastinate. That's the only area of your life that is serving procrastination. So you need your fill of procrastination. That's when those time draining energy activities, those are where those things happen, right? And so we fully participate in those things, right? And we need to stop participating in those things, and we need to start again. We read Atomic Habits. We need to start at 1% a day. 1% every day is going to help you to get you in a habit of doing things, more often, and doing the things that are going to be beneficial for you, and that's going to help you move the needle forward. So if y'all understand me and y'all rocking with me, say I'm rocking with you. Put I'm rocking with you in the chat. I'm rocking with you in the chat. Thank you so much, Kima. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know in the chat. If y'all rocking with me, say I'm rocking with you. Say I'm rocking with you. So I want to also pose this question. So what's one, and this is what we're going to talk about at the roadmap party, but what's one goal, one major goal that you want to achieve for the year? Major. Don't tell me something like you just want your business to be, I want my business to grow. Don't tell me something like I want to lose weight. Tell me what the overarching goal. What is it that you want? The major thing. Nothing like, you know, I'm rocking with you. Okay. Good. I want you to be able to tell me what's the major thing. Like the major focus for this year is what? Right? Some people's major focus may be business. Some people major focus may be love. Some people's major focus may be fitness. My focus this year is business and fitness. So some people may have different areas in life that they're focused on, and that's the major thing that they want to focus on. But what is the major area that you want to focus on this year? What is the major area? And don't give me a million. I just want you to give me just one. Just one. Just one area. And like I said, mine is going to be fitness and, well, I guess health and wellness. I'm going to say health and wellness and business. Those are the two areas that I'm really, really going to focus on. Good morning, Miss Dotra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mine is finances. Yes, 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 and definitely financial freedom and self-love. Let's get it. Let's go. Come on, let me hear what else you got to say. Finances is a major thing, and we are going to have to take time to do the things that we need to do in order to make those things happen. You got to make time to fix those things, right? I need to make time to fix my credit. I need to make time to budget my books. I need to make time to make sure that I'm doing my profit and loss statements. I need to or reconciling my what you call it? Reconciling my business expenses by the month, right? Because I know Miss Betty Rose had told us that when she taught the tax class. Did I do it? Absolutely not. Did I expect to do it? Yes, I did. Did I do it? No. So now I need to implement it. So I know that I can't trust myself to do it because I know that I don't want to do it. And since I don't want to do it, there's nothing about it that is sexy to me. So that I know that that's my Achilles heel. And so now I need to make time in my day to make space to do those things. I need to make time. I need to schedule it in so that I can make sure that I do it. I need to make sure at the end of the night that I am scheduling. This is how much I spent. This is how much went. This is how much I spent. This is how much came in, and continue to balance everything like that. Because if I do not, then I am going to just let a month go by, 2 months go by, and before I know it, it's going to be tax time at the end of the year or the beginning of the next year. It's going to be tax time, and now I'm sitting there for days trying to figure out how to fix all of this stuff, or not even try to figure it out, but I'm trying to organize all of this information so that I can give it to my person so that she can do my taxes, right? When I could definitely do this all year round. I could definitely be doing a little bit of something every single day to participate in a better way to get my stuff done, right? And a better way to balance my books, and a better way for me to see if I'm actually making money, or a better way for me to start making sure that I'm working towards repairing my credit, or whatever, building my credit, or whatever that is, right? So let me see what else, and let me know if y'all resonate with me, because I know I can't just be the only person. I can't just be the only person. So Tracy says health and consistent sales. Okay, got you. Kima says time management. Got you. All right, cousin, being a wife. You already becoming a wife. So that ain't a major goal. That's not your major goal. It's already happening. It's already here. You already a wife. You already a wife. That's personal, but business, time management, and finances. So it seems like we are all in the same boat as far as the time management and finances. And I'm not too proud to say, this is the area where I struggle. Why? Because it's not the part where business owners love. You know what I'm saying? And this is also a part that you have to learn anyway, because you can't just put your stuff in somebody else's hands. Not this part of it, not the finances, and you're not knowing, what's going on first before you put it into somebody else's hand. Again, because if you put something in somebody's hands and you don't understand things are liable to fall through the cracks, right? And we want to make sure that we're able to pay attention and know what needs to be done so that we are not allowing mistakes to happen or somebody to take advantage of us or somebody to steal from us. So it seems like that area is the same for most of us. Okay, and time management, definitely as creatives, it's hard for us to maintain a schedule. It is hard for us to be disciplined. It is hard for us to we go on the fly. We create, we do things. Sometimes we add more on our plate than necessary. We're trying to wear a million hats. We're trying to do all things for everybody. We're trying to do all of the things and be everywhere at one time, and we cannot do that. So we need to start being more disciplined with our time, and we need to start scheduling things out. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Is Alejandro and Valentina back in school? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are talking about the 12-week year. We're also talking about home with baby girl who's sick today. It seems everyone's getting sick. It does. It does. So I hope Valentina is feeling better. Well, she feels better. I hope she feels better. Take care of the little baby. Take care of the little princess. Yes, everybody is getting sick. Everybody is getting sick, and that's the truth. But we're gonna make it. Make sure she has a lot of vitamin C. We was talking about doubling up on vitamins, and eating a lot of energy rich vitamins, a lot of energy rich foods with the vitamins already in it. So because sometimes those little vitamin pills don't have enough to help you. So drinking fresh juices and salads and things like that, fresh organic vegetables and fruits, that can help as well, because you'll get the full benefits of it in the fruit. Okay, so we talk about what's your major goal you want to achieve this year. So we spoke about the areas. So now I want to ask another question. Do you think that the problem is your planning? Do you think that the problem is your planning? Or you think the problem is you implementing the plan? Let me know in the chat. Do you think that your problem with not hitting your goals is the planning part of it, or you not implementing the plan? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Do you think your problem is in the planning, or do you think your problem is in the implementing? Let me know in the chat. Because a lot of us think that it's the plan and we need to change the plan. This is something that's in the book. And this is what made me say, I had to stop what I was doing. I was making sugar scrubs yesterday. I had to stop what I was doing so I could write this down. I kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, so I could write down every single word that I heard, because I said, oh, this is a word. This is a word for everybody. And this is a word. First of all, it's not just a word for everybody, because before I thought about y'all, I thought about me, because I was like, oh, that touched me. Right. That shocked me. Like, not even shocked. That just like woke me up for a second. And it's like, that's a word, right? Because do you think that the problem is in the plan, or do you think the problem is when you are implementing the plan? Because a lot of the times we are planning and we have these huge plans, but we are half-assing the work that we have to do. We are doing the work, and we are lackadaisical about it, or we are doing the least amount of work we can do, expecting the most that we can get from it, right? Expecting to have these major results when we know that we are not putting in the work that needs to be done in order for it to be successful, right? So it may not necessarily be the plan that is the problem, right? Because you'll never know if your plan is going to work if you've never worked your plan. And that's what they said. And I was like, that's along the lines of something that I normally say. But I was like, you know what? That right there is a word for the morning. That right there is a word for coffee with Nikki. Because you make plans, but you don't even carry your plans out to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? You're not 100% going with this plan. You're not 100% implementing and executing all of the things that you need to do, right? You have a plan, but you just, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll fix it then. If that problem happens, then I'll do it, at that moment. Oh, I didn't do this, so then I'll just do this. And so you make excuses as to why you can't implement 100%. And so you'll never know that your plan can work, because you've never really worked your plan enough to even know if it's effective. right? And so I know that I'm not the only person in this room because I know that we all do it. I know based on what you guys say to me, based on the conversations that I have with you guys, based on the conversations and the things that I know of myself, I know that that's where the problem lies. I can have some beautifully laid out plans. I can have a beautiful strategy. Am I doing everything that I need to do? Am I scheduling out and automating as I should? Am I doing this? Am I as present as I need to be? Am I doing this on time? Am I meeting my deadlines? Am I do and I know where I am slacking, and the slacking is not in um the slacking is in me not working the plan, right? That's where the slacking is. It's not necessarily the plan. It's me slacking and not doing what I need to do in order to execute this plan 100%. I will never know if it'll work because I'm never giving 100% to what the plan is. So we keep changing the plan as opposed to changing ourselves, as opposed to changing the amount of work that we're going to put into this thing in order to see if this thing is going to work. We change the plan up. And then everything keeps on failing. Why? Because you take you with you everywhere you go. You take your poor work ethic everywhere you go. No matter how you change the plan, if you didn't decide to change you, that plan is still not going to work. And so this is why all of the things that we've been talking about, all of the books that we've been working on, all of the exercises that I want you guys to do, it all goes into the same category of working on you, because it's not the thing that needs to change. It is you that needs to change. It is how you approach it that needs to change. And we need to start looking at us, because like I said, you're going to take you everywhere you go. This is the same thing I tell my son. If you don't change your work ethic, if you in a different situation, that's not going to change your work ethic. Yes, you're in a different environment, that is not going to motivate you to do more, be more, or achieve more, right? That is not going to be the thing that is going to motivate you. The thing that's going to motivate you have to come from within. It has to come from your work ethic. And that's one thing that we have to remember, because we can plan out, because I see you guys, y'all plan out a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all plan out, and it sounds amazing, it looks amazing. Y'all committed when you first start doing, you first set out this plan. But when it comes time to start implementing and start executing, you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say we're not doing it. And so this book is going to help you to just like bring it all together so that you can prioritize all of the tasks that needs to be done, all the things that are going to produce money, all of the things that are going to produce results, all of the things that are going to produce visibility, all of those things that you need to do, or to get your body right, to get your finances right, whatever it is that you need to do to start implementing. It is going to force you to start looking at the things that you need to prioritize first, because a lot of the times, if you only have 12 weeks to the end of the year and you're trying to get these results, a lot of the things that you do to waste time are not going to help you get these things accomplished within those 12 weeks. How many of y'all are with me so far? Let me know if you with me so far. Say I'm with you. Say I'm with you. All right, so I see that 3 people have a problem with the implementing. I see Michi, Tracy, and Betty Rose. Yes. And so let me know if y'all with me. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. This is the quote that I kept going back to get, right? It says, if you're not hitting your goal, you need to know if okay. If you're not hitting your goal, you need to know if it's a flaw in plan content or execution. A breakdown in plan content is when strategies and tactics are not effective. So if you did everything to the fullest, right? And you follow the strategy, you follow the plan, then okay, we need to change things up because now it's the plan that isn't working. But if you haven't followed the plan to a T and you haven't executed or implemented anything, then the problem is in you executing, right? So it says a breakdown in execution is when you fail to fully implement the plan's tactics. And so you guys said that you fall short in the implementing part, and that's mostly everybody. Everybody is falling short in the implementing part, right? And so this is one thing that frustrates me with a lot of business owners, right? Because a lot of you guys, or a lot of us, and this part is not me, but I'm going to say us together. A lot of us like to say we're rebranding. One thing that I dislike to, I don't like to hear it, is why are you rebranding if you never put your business out? Why are you rebranding if you don't know if the look is going to work for you? Why are you rebranding if you haven't even put your business out enough to know if people don't like the look of it, the feel of it, the reasoning, the values, the mission, the how do you know what doesn't work if you haven't even tried to work it, right? How do you know that your brand doesn't work? How do you know that this thing is not resonating? And most of the times when you guys say that you're rebranding, you're just talking about changing a look, right? It's something, it's something that you can do on the outside. It's not something that you're changing on the inside. So if your business model wasn't working for you beforehand, right? If your business model wasn't working for you beforehand and you lacked planning, strategy, implementing, executing, you lacked all of that, you're going to take that into the new brand, right? You're going to take, no matter if you create the new look, you're taking that same work ethic with you, right? And we're not going to talk about the brand because we had spoke about that before. It's not necessarily about the physical attributes or it's not so much about that. It's more so about a feeling. It's more so about what you want your customers to feel. So we've definitely spoke on that. But I'm just saying, if you're doing that, right? A lot of times people change and change and change and change and changing. But I would suggest before you even change anything, that you make sure that the thing didn't work first, right? Do everything that you need to do to see why isn't this thing working. Maybe it doesn't work, maybe they don't like it. I send out orders. I've been selling things, I've been at the markets, I've been scheduling out my content, I've been sending out the emails, I've been doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing for my business. I'm 100% dedicated and devoted to doing this, so it's not working. So then I would say, okay, so now we need to go back and look at the things that are not working. We need to go back and see where, check with the customers, check with the market research, check and see what really is the problem here. But then we make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? But you don't make the adjustments until you see that you've exhausted all possibilities, because you don't know if it doesn't work. That's like me saying, I worked out for a week and I don't see any results, I'm not going to work out anymore. If I was consistent, it's not that me working out is not working. It's just that it's not working immediately. It's just like I need to keep on doing some things in order for me to see the results. I need to stay committed and stay the path, the course, and stay 100% dedicated to doing this thing before I say that it doesn't work. Maybe I'm going to try this for 6 more. Maybe this is not the workout for me. Maybe I need to change the workout. Maybe I need to change the plan. Maybe I need to change the amount of time that I'm working. Maybe I need to change my pattern, my food habits. Maybe I need to change different things in order for this thing to work. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's not working. I'm going to exhaust all the possibilities first. Then I'm going to know if it works or not, and then change my strategy up if necessary. But a lot of the times in business, we're not thinking like that. A lot of the times it's like, okay, I'm going to change my labels. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change my vessels. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change my business. I'm going to change this. I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to do this. And you don't even know if you can do what you have already, what you initially started, right? You don't know if you can move what you initially started first. And so we need to start getting a little more focused on the thing, and that way we can move forward. But again, if you don't fully commit to the plan, then how do you know that the plan isn't working? How do you know if it's not just you that's not working, right? How do you know if it's not just you? Because it could just be you. It could just be you not committing to the plan. It could just be you getting bored with what you see there. Just because you don't like something, let me tell you something. I need to have creative energy everywhere, doing everything. One thing I do not like doing is making the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, right? Without adding some creative flair to it, right? And it's boring to me. But because I'm bored, that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to enjoy my product. Just because I'm bored of making it doesn't mean that somebody doesn't need what I have to create, right? And so it depends. It's all on you on what you're willing to do. It's all on you on how you're willing to execute strategy, how you're willing to execute this plan. It is all on you. So you may be, like I said, you may be bored with the branding. Other people may not be bored. Of course, you got to remember people are coming. You are introducing yourself to new people all of the time. So you're going to sound redundant. You're going to be repeating yourself. You're going to be repeating the same steps and creating the same things. Why? Because you're getting people familiar with who you are, with the brand, and with your product. And so in order for that to happen, you got to make sure that you are doing the thing, and you can't give up along the way. You won't never know if this could be a number one selling product if you are not going to keep on selling it and trying it and working that plan, and to see what kind of results you get. Right? Let me know if y'all with me so far in the chat. Say if you're with me, put some ones in the chat. You with me? Put some ones in the chat. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you with me, put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Also, if you are one of the people who feel like you need to rebrand all of the time, if you feel like that, let me know in the chat, because a lot of the times you may not need to rebrand. It's just a little facelift. It's just a little zhuzhing. It's just a little spiffening up. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But trying to stop everything, shut down the whole idea, like shut down the whole operation, and then start all over again. To me, that's just procrastination, right? That's you just prolonging what could happen, right? That's you just prolonging to, if you're going to be able to sell your item, or if you're able to be successful, or if you're able to do something, that's just you prolonging it. But I'm gonna shut it down right now. Why am I going to shut it down right now instead of putting more effort into what's going on to see if I can sell more products, if I can get in front of more people? Maybe I'm not being as consistent as I need to be. Maybe I'm not doing the work that I need to do. Maybe I'm not at the events that I need to be at. Maybe I'm not getting the coaching that I need. Maybe I'm not in the spaces and taking online seminars or going to seminars and things like that. Maybe I'm not doing those things, and maybe those things can help me. Maybe I'm not talking to enough people. Maybe I'm not networking enough. And maybe that is part of the reason why you're not being successful, or you're not doing the thing that you need to do in order to make your brand grow, because you are sitting there sabotaging yourself. You are sabotaging yourself. How many of you guys can relate? I know I could totally relate. My hand goes up. My hand goes up. How many of you guys can totally relate to what I'm saying? I see a lot of ones in the chat. A lot of ones in the chat. So let me see. I can relate. All right, y'all. Come on. Let me know. So I want to say, instead of you waiting, instead of you procrastinating, instead of you saying something doesn't work, how about if we change the way we look at it, and we put 100% action into the plan that we laid out for ourselves? If we put 100% action into the plan that we laid out for ourselves, then make not assumptions, but then we can use that as research. We can use that as information to say, okay, these tactics work, because I know I 100% worked my plan. I know I did all of the things that I could. So this is the results that I got this is the results that I got from doing this work. Right? This is the results I got from doing this work. If I put 100% of my effort and my time to implementing this plan, to implementing these strategies, I can then make a final decision on if this is being effective or not. Right? And so I see that a lot of people said that is a part of the implementing. So it's 100% of us not putting the work in. Can you commit to putting 100% of the work in for 12 weeks? Say yes in the chat or no in the chat. Can you commit to putting 100% of the work that is necessary for you to implement this plan for 12 weeks? Yes or no? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are talking about the 12-week year. We're also talking about if we have problems where we're implementing if we have problem with the planning or if we have problems with implementing the plan. So that's what we're talking about right now. So let me know. Let me know. Can you benefit? Can you benefit from that? Come on with your capital yeses. I love it. I love it. So if you could commit to 100%, only for 4 weeks, I'm not saying commit to the entire year. Commit to 4 weeks. Matter of fact, let's even break that down. I mean, 4 weeks. 4 week year, 4 week year. So let's commit to a week, a week check in. Can we do that? A week check in to see and analyze what we're doing, what needs to work, what we need to change. Can we do that? Let me know in the chat. I said 4 weeks is 12. But let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. We can check every week. We can check every week, check on ourselves because we're going to plan out the week anyway, right? We're planning out the week anyway. So can we check in with ourselves every week? We need to have a meeting with ourselves every week. Sis, this worked. Let's do more of that. Sis, this didn't work. Let's switch that up. Sis, okay, you need to go harder. I don't know what you was doing, but we need to go harder in the paint. We need to make sure that we scheduling. We need to make sure we doing this. You need to have a check-in with yourself. Like I said to y'all, I don't know how you need to speak to yourself, but a lot of the times I need to speak to myself harsh because I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed. Sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I can find a reason to procrastinate with anything. With anything, right? I could be ordering products. I could be ordering supplies. And I can find a reason to not finish my order and go to do something else that's not important at all, but it will distract me from doing what I'm doing because I need a distraction, right? How many of y'all could relate? You placing your order like, oh, you know what? I'm on Amazon placing my order. Oh, but let me check and see what's going on over here. Oh, let me see what Walmart got. Oh, let me check and see who's on social media doing something. Let me check and see what everybody's talking about. Let me go check this text message. And before you know it, that order's still sitting there, never gets placed, and you got to place it tomorrow. And now you're messing up your shipping time. And now you're messing up the time when you're going to get the products. And now you're delayed. Like it is a chain reaction to the things that we're doing. So in order for us to really get the most out of it, we need to 100% commit to it. And if we could commit to ourselves to, like, you know what I'm saying? We saying a 12-week year, but if we could commit to ourselves every week to do a check-in, I think instead of us waiting until we actually hit the goal, instead of us waiting until actually the end of the year to see if we gotten any results and then being upset with ourselves because we didn't, we could fix that right there, right then and there. We can start changing those habits right then and there. It does not necessarily have to take the entire year to fix something that we need that's going to help us to succeed. Ooh, that's a bar. We don't necessarily need to do that, right? And so if we can commit, I want everybody to say I could commit. Say commit in the chat. Say commit in the chat. Yes, I definitely need to speak to myself. She's stubborn. Right. Yes, that was me. I'm telling you, let me tell you, I could find it. I could find any reason to procrastinate. Any reason. At any time. I could have packages that got to go out the door. I'm going to do something that is going to help me to procrastinate. And now I'm working double time trying to get these packages out the door. I know myself. I know myself. If I see a little leeway, I'm a little earlier. I find a reason to procrastinate. So now I could be busting my hump. So I could be right there, right to the minute, catching the post office right before it closes. Like, what am I doing that for? I'm not helping nobody. I'm not helping myself. I'm stressing myself out trying to hurry up and do it. Some people might say, "Oh, I like to work like that. I like to work under pressure." But you're not effective working like that. You're not effective working like that. So, with that being said, I think that this is a great book. I think that everybody needs to grab this book. They also have a planner. So if you wanted to do like the 12-week planner, they also have like the scorecard that you can do. I'm gonna see if that's a downloadable if you purchase the book or however it works. I know I did see it, and I will add that to what we have going on. But I'm saying, you guys, let this be the year of commitment. Let this be the year of we're not going to wait to the end of the year in order for us to start changing things. Let this be the time where we start changing things right here, right now. Right? Let this be the time where we start changing things right here, right now. The name of the book is 12-Week Year by Brian P. Moran. And let me see, I forgot the second guy's name. Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. And I'm listening to the book right now. The narrator is not the narrator is pretty decent. I like the narrator. Keeps me intrigued, keeps me listening to the book. So I know a lot of the times we're listening to audiobooks and sometimes they're boring. If you're listening to it off of YouTube, sometimes it's robotic, but this person reading the book is pretty decent. They're keeping my focus. They're keeping my focus. So if we could commit to 100%, if we could commit to 100% and a check-in every week, let's get it together. So I am planning that out as well. Again, with the 12-week year, I want to do something with that for the community. I also want to make sure that everybody is going to commit to themselves. There's another point, and I said this is another class. I was listening to the girl, what's her name? I don't remember her name. She does Milano de Rouge. And she said she'll never say that she can help you make X amount of dollars. I can help you do X amount of things, right? She can't, and she didn't say it this way. I'm summarizing or I'm adding, I'm, giving my own little spin on it. Brian P. Moran, and Brian Bennington. I mean Lennington, Brian Lennington. She says she will never say she can help you do a certain thing or make a certain amount of money because all of that depends on the amount of work that you're willing to put into it. Everybody is not willing to put in the same amount of work in order to get the results, right? You're not willing to, everybody's not willing to do the hard work, the work that nobody sees, the unsexy work. Nobody's really willing to go hard in the paint on that work. So when you're not going as hard as you can, and you're not putting in the work, you're not going to get the results, right? So everybody's results will vary because of the work that they put in. So I was like, you know what? That is a perfect point because you can't say, oh, well, your business will be successful. Well, you can say your business is going to be successful, but you can't say 6-figure, 7-figure, or whatever. I can help you get this amount of money if you're not doing the work because there's only so much work that a coach could help you do. But ultimately, the work is up to you, right? It's the same thing. The coach can only show you but so much, right? The coach can only train you but so much. The rest of the work and the rest of everything else is up to you. And it's the same thing for us in business, right? Anybody can show you the blueprint. Anybody can show you what to do. But if you're not willing to hustle, if you're not willing to do the work, then your results are not going to be the same. She could show you the same way that she did things and the same way she moved and how it worked for her and why she's so successful. She could lay that all out for you and you not get the same results. Why? Because you're not hustling the same. Why? Because you're not willing to put in as much work as she is. Why? Because you're not willing to be as committed as she is, or anyone for that matter, or any person with success and stuff like that. You're not willing to put the work in. So if you're not willing to do the work, the only person in the end that you could blame is you. So when you see that things ain't working out, you got to look at yourself and say, well, what was I willing to do? What was I willing to sacrifice? What was I willing to dedicate myself to? Right? Were you willing to dedicate yourself on your TikTok account? Were you willing to dedicate yourself to going out and partying as opposed to working on your business? Were you willing to dedicate your time on eating all the junk food in the world and not working on your fitness? Were you dedicated to not working on your bills and keep throwing them off and throwing them off and throwing them off until you can't throw them off anymore? Like, what did you dedicate yourself to? And once you start looking at things that way, like, what am I dedicating myself to? Once you start looking at things like that, then it's like, you know what? I need to start thinking differently because No, TikTok is not paying me, but I'm spending hours on TikTok, and I don't even know why I'm going to TikTok, but any social media platform, right? Why am I spending so much time there? That's not making me any money. That's not helping me. That's not doing anything. And a lot of times you're not even working on your business. Okay. Am I talking to somebody in here? Am I talking to somebody in here? I keep pointing to my own phone because it's sitting right here. But um you're not even focused. You're on these social media platforms and you're not doing even anything for your own business. You on there looking at somebody else's, you consuming somebody else's information about their business. You're not even doing anything for your own business. Am I talking to anybody in here? Am I talking to anybody in here? I can tell because I could tell by the way you're posting. I could tell by the amount of times that you're posting. I could tell by the quality of content that you're posting. Like, you're not putting in that time and energy into your own business. You're looking at somebody else's business and looking at their success, but you're not even looking at you, right? And so we need to change that. And so with that being said, we need to change that. So the name of the book is The 12-Week Year. That is by Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington. Michael Lennington. Currently reading Good to Great. Ooh, I got to get that too. So far it's pretty good. I just ordered the 12-week year. Sounds like a good one. It is a really good one. It is a really good one. Yes, you are talking to me. So let's commit to 100% of executing, implementing 100%. We're going to go gung-ho 100% hard in the paint to see if this thing is going to work, right? Commit this 100% to 12 weeks in your business, 12 weeks in your finances, 12 weeks in your health and your wellness, 12 weeks. Commit to the 12-week 100% and see if that works. Let's just say commit to a week. Commit to a week to see if it works, right? I guarantee you, if you put a week, 100% of dedication into doing something for your business, you can see that it'll work. Why? Because we did that with Black Friday. Y'all saw that y'all got a lot of engagements. You know what y'all did? Die down. You know what y'all did? Stop posting. You know what you did? Stop advertising. You know what you did? Stop talking about your stuff. You work to Black Friday to get this recognition. You got that recognition, and then you did what? Drop the ball. Drop the ball. And I know I'm talking to somebody in the room. I'm not talking to a few somebody's in the room, and not particular. I'm just saying. I just know. I just know the energy. I know the energy that was behind the thing, and I know the energy behind the thing that is going on now, right? It's the same thing like when you're getting ready to go to vacation, when you're at work. You make sure you could fit a whole bunch of work into your work day when you know that you got to get all of this work done because you know you want to come back and you don't want to have be overloaded with the work. You know that you want to make sure that whatever projects had to be done, that they're going to be done. You do all the work that you need to do before you go on vacation, before you take your time off, right? You do all the things that you need to do. Even in my business, I make sure that everybody's order is going out. I make sure that everybody's, I don't have anything, no orders left in the queue before I leave or do anything. I make sure I have no orders left in my queue. I make sure that, I'm making sure everything is taken care of before I leave. But meanwhile, I'm slacking before that, beforehand, or when there is no vacation, I'm slacking on the work that I need to do, and we need to switch that out. We need to act like every time that every week is a new vacation. We need to get all of the work done. We need to make sure that we do all the things that we need to do, 100% dedication, 100% execution and implementation of and going according to the plan. Going according to the plan, right? We need to make sure that we put 100% of that effort into the plan that we created for ourselves. Can we do that? Can we do that? Say I could do that in the chat if you could do that. Say I can do that if you can do it. 100% to doing the work in the plan. 100% to work in the plan. 100% to work in the plan. I guarantee you will have results if you put 100% of you into the plan. I guarantee you'll have results. You have no choice but to have results. Because if something don't work, guess what? We're going to figure something out. We're going to have a growth mindset. If something don't work, we're going to figure out something else. We're going to figure out another way to make that thing happen. If you know that you have a certain sales goal that you want to make, and you are not doing what you need to do in order to reach those goals, if you don't reach those goals, it's up to you. That's you, right? It's on you. If you know that you want to reach these goals, you're going to do what you need to do. Do I need to create a sale? Do I need to go to some pop-up shops? Do I need to create an event for myself? Do I need to send some emails out? Do I need to wake up some people who are not engaging in my emails? Do I need to be on Facebook talking to my Facebook group? Maybe I need to go live. Maybe I need to try TikTok shop. Maybe I need to, try wholesale. Maybe I need to try, like, you're going to think about other ways that you can have some revenue income generating opportunities, right? And so you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep it in mind. You got to be willing to do 100% of the work, willing to put 100% of the work in. And so with that being said, y'all, this is Coffee with Nikki. I'm your host, Miss Nikki. We will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I think we're going to be talking about the seed, the garden, and planting, or we may be, we'll continue through this, doing 100% of work in the plan. We may go into that. But definitely, if you have registered for the roadmap party, make sure that you go to your emails. We sent you out a questionnaire because we're rescheduling. So it will not be this Sunday. It will be the following Sunday or the Sunday after that. I'm leaning closer to the 21st, but I'm going to check and see what everyone else is saying before I make that decision. What else do I want to tell you guys? Oh, the workbook. Make sure you download the workbook. The workbook is something that you should be working on before the roadmap party. I want you to have all of that stuff filled out. You got plenty of time to fill out your roadmap workbook. I worked really hard on this workbook. And I wanted to make sure that I put things that worked for me. I put things in there that I figured that, these things hindered me along the way on my journey. So let me add this in there because other people may be experiencing the same things. So, yeah, I think the workbook is so dope. I will be adding a few more things because I'm going to be selling the workbook. But if you have the workbook, make sure that you are working on it, download it, print it out so you can start working on it. Let me see. All right, so y'all said y'all could do it. Good morning, Piscean Mermaid. I love that. Guilty. Now I can do it 100%. Come on. The roadmap workbook is awesome, Nikki. Thank you so much, Sherelle. Thank you. I'm about to print mine now, and it's on thing. Let me tell y'all, everything is on thing. Then I realized I'm supposed to be off, right? But anyway, I realized that it kind of gave me when I was doing I have a surprise, and I'll tell you guys what it is in a minute. No, I won't tell y'all what it is. I'll tell y'all when I put the basket together. But I was like, I feel like this looks like The Secret. And so I got to go look at The Secret. I know they got scrolls and stuff like that, but I wanted it ended up being a vintage voyage. That is the theme of the roadmap party. Initially, it was just going to be roadmaps, destination passports, and things like that. But I don't know how it got to vintage voyage. And once it got there, I was like, oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. I could do so much with this theme. And that is why I decided that we're going to reschedule it because the party pack is going to be dope. Party pack is going to be dope. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me today. If you are here for the first time, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Please turn on your notifications bell so that you can be notified when we are going live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. And what else? I just want to say thank you so much. I know a lot of you guys are at work and you still find time to be here with me. So I hope that something that I said resonated with you. I hope something that I said is something that you could use for today, tomorrow, and for the rest of your life. Also something that you can share with somebody so that you can reteach it to yourself. So with that being said, y'all, let me see. Yes, I got me a folder and everything because once it's put it was so cute. Thank you. So with that being said, y'all, I am out of here. I will see you guys in the morning, but I'll definitely be seeing you guys in the story. You can follow us on all in your stories. You can follow us on all social media platforms. We are Bubble Babes, BABEZ University, all over the place. Bubble Babes University, all over the place, and it's babes with a Z, not a S, right? Right. I keep folders now because Nikki will have you downloading everything. I sure will. All right, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, I will talk to y'all. You guys have an amazing day. Don't forget 100% of the work. We are committing to do 100% of the work. We're putting 100% of ourselves into this. The name of the book is The 12-Week Year. Brian P. Moran and Michael Lennington are the authors of the book. So make sure you can download it off of audio. I mean, yeah, download it. You can listen to it off of Audible. You can do a Kindle, I guess. Whatever you need to do. Maybe that's what I'll do, because then I can highlight it. Because you know what I did yesterday? I kept going back and back and back and back so I could write it down right. So with that being said, y'all have an amazing day. I appreciate y'all and happy new year. Bye.